All right, Shalom. Okay, Shalom.
Shalom.
Welcome to the video. All right, today's topic. All right, we've got an article. Okay, it's entitled "The Nuclear Bomb Map Shows Impact of Russian Weapons on Major U.S. Cities." So we're gonna go into that, and then as always, we're gonna bring out some precepts. Yahweh Ratchazah is edifying to the elect. But before we get started, as always, we want to give our praise, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, and next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Let me go ahead and get the article up on the screen. All right, this article is from Newsweek, and there's a short clip that is attached to it. So we'll go ahead and play that. And first, okay, hey, let me know if you can see the article on the screen, Brother Rayab. Okay, great. So once again, this is from Newsweek. All right, and you can there's another article that has a similar title. It says instead of major U.S. cities, it says NATO. So they're showing you, all right, just off those titles alone, they're showing you that they know that it's pretty much going to be Russia against America, NATO, and the EU. Okay, which lines up with biblical prophecy of Gog and Magog going up against the beast. All right, but we're going to focus on this one today. So you see the title of it from Newsweek. It says Nuclear Bomb Map Shows Impact of Russian Weapons on Major U.S. Cities. All right, and this was posted November 27th. All right, so that was just 3 days ago, updated yesterday at 3:13 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go ahead and play this short video clip, and then once again, we'll bring out some precepts. Yahweh Ratchazah is edifying to the elect. All right. Okay, so that's it. All right, that's a short one. So okay, they're saying that Russia is trying to deter threats, all right, nuclear threats from other nations, all right. But Russia, how are they doing that? Well, we just saw, I think there was this past week that Russia shot supersonic missiles without the nuclear warheads over into the Ukraine, just kind of giving them a warning. Hey, we have nuclear capabilities and we're able to use them. We can get to you anytime that we want to. So tread carefully. All right. Now, oh, Salaki, you know what? I did not mean to close that out. There's more on that. So let me pull that back up. Oh, you said you had something you want to say?
Oh no, you're talking about the video?
Yeah, Khan. Let me pull that back up real quick. Just bear with me. It's because there's actually some reading I want to do real fast, and then we'll go ahead and get to those precepts. So bear with me. And there's an actual map on that article that I want to pull out as well. Okay, which is pretty dope. Are you able to see it on the screen? The article.
Con.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna wait till this video loads up. Make sure it doesn't start playing while we're reading. Just bear with me. Let me see. My laptop's a little slow.
Yeah, mine too. It's all good.
Okay. It's on mute anyways. Okay, good. So I got it paused. We're gonna go ahead and continue on down. I'm just gonna read this briefly. All right. It says, as global tensions escalate amid threats of nuclear war from Russia's President Vladimir Putin, Newsweek has looked at the impact of a Russian nuclear weapon on various U.S. cities and their surroundings. In September, Putin lowered the threshold of nuclear use by saying Russia would consider the possibility of using nuclear weapons when receiving reliable information about a massive launch of means of aerospace attack and their crossing of our state border. This includes strategic and tactical aircraft, as well as cruise missiles and drones, hypersonic and other delivery vehicles. Russia reserves the right to use nuclear weapons in case of aggression, including if the enemy using conventional weapons poses a critical threat. So Russia is already saying we're pretty much ready to go. All right, they said even if the enemy nations against Russia use conventional weapons, that they're willing to use nuclear weapons against them. Okay, so it really sounds like they're trigger happy almost. It says Newsweek used maps produced by Alex Wellerstein, a professor and historian of nuclear technology, to assess what the impact would be if Moscow attacked with its R-36M2, also known as the SS-18 Satan, one of the largest and most powerful heavy intercontinental ballistic missiles ever built. All right, so we're gonna go down and you'll be able to see the map. Okay, it says if it can yield the equivalent of 20 megatons, 20,000 kilotons of TNT explosives, and has a range of up to 10,000 miles. That is insane. All right, a range of up to 10,000 miles, and it lists off how many people would be casualties if these missiles, these nuclear warheads would be detonated over certain cities. It says an estimated 1,638,140 people would die in Washington, 5,458,130 people in New York, and 2,758,790 in Los Angeles. All right, and this is just from the blast. All right, there's all kind of different effects that come after that, such as radiation, et cetera, et cetera. It says the fireball radius, inner yellow circle, in which everything would be vaporized by intense heat, rising to millions of degrees Fahrenheit, would reach around 15.1 square miles. The more moderate blast damage radius, inner gray circle, covering 442 square miles of the blast, would destroy residential buildings and probably cause widespread fires. Anyone within 2,360 square miles of the explosion would be at risk of suffering third-degree burns throughout the skin, often painless because they destroy the pain nerves, which cause severe scarring, disablement, and require amputation. Damn. All right, let's go ahead and look at the map. Let's see where it's at. Okay, and yeah, it tells you even more. Washington, D.C., in the U.S. Capitol, where in any given 24-hour period, there would be 6,077,683 people in the full blast range. All four circles of the simulated detonation. It says 1.6 million would die and 2.2 million would sustain injuries. The fireball radius would include Capitol Hill. And this is a map right here of Washington, D.C.
Spiritual, Salakia, just expand on that. What's spiritual about that is that as of recently, there was a report that there was a quote unquote strange UFO lights flashing over Capitol Hill. Okay. Yep. And we, and through the spirit, we understand that those who are, privy to prophecy, understands that, the so-called, UFOs and UAPs declassified by Esau's government are the chariots of Yahweh by Shem Shai. All right. And they're going to, and Yahweh Shai and angels are going to get involved in this last world's war. All right. Of Harmageddon. All right. That will bring forth that, that flame, that breath that is going to come out of the mouth of Yahweh Shai, spoke about in Revelation 2:16. That's really going into the concentrated heat that's going to simultaneously destroy America, Babylon the Great, along with the thermonuclear fire of the 200 billion ICBM, it's like 200 million ICBM missile warheads, fired on behalf of America, her allies, and her adversaries. So that's very spiritual. That's very spiritual. That it reported at Capitol Hill, right? And there was recently UFO light sightings over flashing over Capitol Hill. That's a major sign that war is coming to this place. All right.
Yep.
And another thing is too that in the other article I sent you, on Zero Hedge.
Yep, I got it.
You
can pull it up.
The one that the one that's entitled Russian State Media, and it says how fast can a Orishnik missile hit U.S. bases across the world? Because the Orishnik missile is a reference to the Russian the unveiled Russian Orishnik medium-range hypersonic ballistic missile. All right, and they're further furbishing that sword is just prophesied in Ezekiel the 21st chapter. So Russia has many weapons in their arsenal that they're going to use against the horror America Babylon the Great. All right, in that particular article, we could just jump down to the point where it says how fast can a Orishnik missile hit U.S. bases across the world, and then it mentions the duration of time of destruction on specific U.S. air bases located in different countries.
Right. Yep, I'm looking at it now. So can you see it on the screen?
Con.
All right. So it says, like you titled it, how fast can the Orishnik missile hit U.S. bases across the world? It says Middle East distance and flight time from southern Russia. The U.S. air base in Kuwait, 11 minutes. The U.S. Fifth Fleet headquarters in Bahrain, 12 minutes. In Qatar, 13 minutes. In Djibouti, 20 minutes. All right. Pacific and Alaska. All right. It says air base in Alaska, 12 minutes. Navy base in Guam, 22 minutes. Air Force and Navy bases in Pearl Harbor, Japan, 25 minutes. Okay. It says, yep. And it just gives you different Montana. All right. It says it could hit Montana in 23 minutes. In Minot, it says 24 minutes, North Dakota. All right, let's see. So these are less than 30 minutes. Okay, all these times are less than 30 minutes. All right, so when they shoot those missiles off, it's going to be sudden. All right, like what does the scripture say? When they shall see peace and safety and sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right, I mean, what are you going to do in that time?
All right, there's nowhere to run. If you don't. Yeah, and even if you have for those who have a nuclear bunker, you'll be safe for a time, but specifically in regards to you wicked elite international crime banking families hiding underground, pursuing Psalm 149, all right, you're going to be the first fruits of slavery, rounded up from down there, because the information in these articles are bringing out, further goes into the instant destruction that's coming to America Babylon the Great. If you can bring up that Revelation 18:10, Baba Kashaf,
yep.
Because that's prophecy. Everything that we're speaking about and have been speaking about for years, from our apostles and elders on down, and their elders, down from them and to us, is coming to pass. All right, because because this is all ultimately part of the intents of the heart of Yahweh by Shem Shai, as it speaks about in Jeremiah 30:24, which includes the destruction of the horror America Babylon the Great, which is the main place for our captivity, which will eventually bring forth the redemption of the Israelites.
Right. Yep. So we'll go ahead and bring that scripture out, Revelation 18:10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
And that's plain. Okay, 1 hour. That's all it's going to take for Yahweh Shem Shai to destroy this place. Okay, and that like I said, standing far off for the fear of her torment, because these nations are going to witness the destruction of America Babylon the Great, as it further mentions in the same chapter. All right, and they're going to be baffled. They're going to be, flabbergasted, over the fact that this place, this great city Babylon the Great, this great mighty city, otherwise known as the Golden City in Isaiah 14 chapter, symbolic of prosperity, and wealth, and opportunities, quote unquote, will go up in flames just like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna I got some precepts I want to bring out. Okay. You already know where I'm going. Isaiah 54 and verse 16. All right. And it says, behold, I've created the smith. All right, what is the smith? That's the modern day scientist, right? That bloweth the coals in the fire. Okay, he put the technology in the mind of the scientist to split the atom. All right, it says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Okay, so this is the Lord's weapons. He's the one that created this. Created this ICBM nuclear missile. He put it in, what's that guy's name? J. Eisenhower,
Yep.
the father of the nuke. All right, he put the technology in his mind to create this weapon of mass destruction. All right, the waster. Okay, because this is ultimately the Lord's will. Okay, the Lord is going to use these weapons to execute vengeance upon Esau, okay, and spiritual Basra, which is America, Babylon the Great, okay, and the rest of these different heathen nations. Pretty much they're going to destroy each other, with their own weapon, with their own devices. All right. Let me get this next precept as well. We'll go to Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 5. Okay, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. All right, and once again, that's that waster the Lord created. He's opened up his armory, and he's he's going to use it, to bring forth his judgment. Man, an armory is a place, where you store weapons. All right. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 25. Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, power of hosts, power of armies in the land of the Chaldeans. And the Chaldeans is talking about the ancient witches and warlocks of Babylon the Great. Today, okay, Esau played that role. Esau is the witches and warlocks, all right, that rules the society, okay, that rules over the daughter of Babylon, which is America. All right, so he's the one that has created these weapons. He's given them into the hands of the Russians, Gog and Magog. All right, and they're going to shoot from the other end of heaven, of Esau's heaven. They're going to shoot those missiles upon Babylon the Great, and they're going to turn this place into complete desert and wasteland. All right, and we're going to read in Joel the 2nd chapter a description, of what it's going to be like. Okay, when they come. All right, this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. All right, it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape. All right, now this is talking about, people think this is talking about an actual army. It's not. This is talking about the fire. Okay, when that fire, you see videos, artist portrayals of that fire hitting the cities of Babylon the Great. It looks like it looks like a line of troops running through the city, right? And everything before it is just the Garden of Eden. It's green, it's grass. The sky is blue. Butterflies flying around, birds chirping, right? Okay, but then after is a desolate wilderness. Everything behind it is smoke and dust. All right. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Okay, the only ones that are going to escape are those that are beamed up into the chariots when Yahushua returns. All right, everything else is going to be completely and instantly vaporized. All right.
Right.
It says the appearance of them is the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of the chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. It's going to be very, great earthquake. Okay, a lot of noise. You're going to have sirens going off. All right, like the noise of a flame that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Okay, so you're going to see that fire, and they're going to know right then and there. And that's another thing. You're going to see that fire coming, that row of fire coming your way, and then you're going to see people getting beamed up, and you're going to be, come on, God, come on, Jesus, save me. I went to church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to know because you're not, the beam is not coming down on you. You're going to know you're cooked, literally.
Oh, got a precept for you. Can you get a Revelation 16 and 21?
Yep. Let me just get this one last verse right quick.
Okay, go ahead.
It's verse 7. Joel 2 and 7 is the point I want to get. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. So, the United States military, which they admitted that they don't have the proper missile defense system to block these nuclear warheads, right? But the Lord is going to have these angels guiding these missiles, okay, to make sure that they don't miss, make sure they don't break their ranks, okay? So no one's going to escape, all right? If you're not of the elect, you're cooked. You're going to be barbecued by the Lord, man, okay? And there's more I can get, but I'll go ahead and get that precept. What is it? You said Revelation 16?
Verse 21.
Okay, Revelation 16 and 21. All right, and it reads, it says, and there fell upon men a great hail, excuse me, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed Yahweh Shem Yahushai because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great.
So it's like, when the souls of the wicked of the earth, which makes up the vast majority, witnesses these this thermonuclear destruction, is like their whole lives going to flash before their eyes in the midst of this destruction, and they're going to know that their demise is before them. Can you get Revelation 11:13, Baba Kasha? Because this precept goes hand in hand with that one. So when these people, all right, those whose names written in the earth, is this prophesied in Revelation 13:3, witness to destruction. Those are part of the vast majority of the wicked that are still alive in those times. When they witness the destruction, they're going to be greatly affrighted. Like it says in St. Luke, the 21st chapter, it says it speaks about how men's hearts shall fail them. And, these people are going to be dropping dead by way of heart attacks, man. Okay. When they witness that destruction. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. That's talking about all 10 FEMA zones. All right, if you look up a map, which I may pull it up, okay, of the 10 of the FEMA zones of the United States of America, okay, it's talking about all 10. There's 10 FEMA zones, okay, and the whole thing is going to be completely destroyed, according to Isaiah 13, according to Revelation 18, Jeremiah 50. All right, it says, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and 7 is number of completion. So all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, all the wicked, like Esau, these heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people. Okay, they're part of that 7,000. That complete number of men are going to be slain in the great earthquake, which is going to be caused by the nuclear missiles, that hail coming down and hitting the earth, shaking everything up. Okay, it tells you now Isaiah 24 that the earth shall roll to and fro like a drunkard. Okay, because when the missiles hit, it's going to literally shake the foundations of the earth. All right. It says, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. All right. If I may, you got anything to say on this before I get the next verse?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm get the next verse. It's going to tell you when it's going to happen. All right. Revelation 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past. All right. What is a woe? A woe is a time of great distress, destruction. We've had two already. We've had World War I and we've had World War II. So the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay. And what's it? That's that war to end all wars. Okay. The final judgment. All right. And this one is going to be a war of nuclear fire. Let me get a precept on that and I'll come right back. All right. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. All right. And it reads, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, so in times past, you had people with bow and arrows, horses, swords and shields. It was up close and personal. But now this war that we're coming into, World War III, okay, Gog and Magog, all right, with Gog being the Russians and Magog being the land of Russia, all right, going against America, NATO, and the EU, all right, the beast, all right. This war is going to be with nuclear fire. And Russia, they said it. They said in that article that we read that if they show aggression with conventional weapons, then Russia will defend itself with nuclear weapons. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I just put out an article yesterday where the British actually shot missiles into Russia, into an area where North Korean troops were, and they killed 500, allegedly killed 500 North Korean troops and a highly esteemed North Korean military authority. Okay, so the tensions are raising up. All right, the aggression has already been shown. Most people on the other side of the world, they already believe that we're in World War III. All right, it's only really America because we have the bread and circus over here. They're trying to keep the minds of the sheeple confused and distracted from what's really happening. But the other nations, they already pretty much believe that we're in World War III. Okay, in Europe, they're passing out pamphlets telling people how to prepare for nuclear warfare, how to prepare for the destruction that's coming, because they know that that Europe is also going to be hit as well. All right.
Yeah. On top of that, there's Yeah, I also did a video on that sometime a few days ago, where it was mentioned, or it was reported that Russia has also recruited Iranian proxy militants, into the proxy war down in Ukraine, mainly from the Houthis, on
Yep.
behalf from Yemen.
Yep.
That lines up with prophecy in Ezekiel the 38th chapter, Ezekiel 38 and 7, which speaks about how Russia, modern day Magog, or modern day Gog, in the land of Magog, which is Russia, would have a great company with them, including the dragons of Arabia in Second Ezra 15th chapter. So these prophecies are just lining up, simultaneously, what I'm saying, and manifesting off of the pages of the scriptures, man. Okay.
Yep. Yep. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of that. What you're talking about, and then back to Revelation. Ezekiel 38 and verse. I'll start at verse 4. Okay, matter of fact, I'll start at 2. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." Because see, Russia and China, they believe that they're going to be up next. Okay, they believe that after this war, they're going to destroy the beast. Okay, America, NATO, and the EU, and that they're going to be the next to rule. Okay, but they don't anticipate that Yahushua is going to return and he's going to put down all heathen rulership. Okay, so even though they're going to have the upper hand in World War III, America is going to be completely vaporized. Okay, they're still not gonna get the leadership, the rulership that they desire. Okay, it says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." So, like putting hooks into his jaws, he's gonna pull him into the war. He's gonna force him into it, because really these heathens, these Edomites, nobody really wants to go to war, because deep down inside they know. All right, they know that this is going to be the end of their world. All right, their cosmos. Okay, but the Lord, He's the one that's forcing the hand. He's not going to, He's not going to allow them to stop World War III. All right, let's get a precept on that. Proverbs 21:1.
Yeah, I just want to clarify something.
Yep.
Cosmos is referring to harmonious arrangement in government, so it's really pertaining to us. So in a sense of world, in the case of Esau, that's going to be his, eon. You know what I'm saying, if you will. His age is going to be done, like it says in Second Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So he's done. They know they're done. That's why, like you said, they know this is it. But see, these devils keep provoking it. You know what I'm saying? And before you get that, I just want to expound on that point real quick, because like it says in Isaiah 40 and 22, there should be no peace to the wicked. Now, it came out, that between the interview between Putin and Tucker Carlson, Putin brought out that Russia was actually negotiating peace talks with Ukraine, but the former prime minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, intervened and prevented that, and that's why Boris Johnson, called for boots on the ground from NATO, from the other article I sent you. Yep. And that's why really down in Ukraine, is Ukrainian proxy war as of now, it's really Russia against NATO. But the Western media is not really gonna report on that, because they don't want to scare these modern day Babylonians, these simple ass modern day Babylonians in America, right? Keep that facade of that American dream and whatnot continuing. Right. Until that sudden destruction falls upon this place, and the majority of the people in this place, America, Babylon the Great, are incinerated in this last world's war. Right.
Because Esau has to keep the illusion of peace. He has to keep the illusion that he's in power, he's in control. Because if people didn't think that he was in power and control, they wouldn't take that RFID microchip. Because remember, that's got to come out too. Before nukes start flying. Okay, the prophecy of the RFID microchip, the Charagma, mark of the beast, Revelation 13, 16, and 17, that has to be brought out as well. All right. So, but I'm going to read this Proverbs 21:1. Okay, like you said, and this what you just brought out really proves that this is true. Proverbs 21:1, it says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." Okay, so anytime someone tries to to bring peace, you always have an aggregator, all right, an aggravator that comes and he rises, he makes the chaos rise back up again. Okay, that's because it's the Lord's determination. You know, these nations, he's the one that's bringing them together for that war, for that destruction. Let me go ahead and get that right quick, and then we'll get ready to get a few more precepts and close out. Okay, this is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." So the Lord said it is his determination. He's going to do what he's going to do his pleasure. His counsel shall stand. So there's no getting out of it. World War III, Babylon the Great, okay, is going to be destroyed. All these things are going to come down the pipeline. There's no escaping it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to that Revelation 11. There's a few more precepts on that, and then we'll move on and get ready to close out. Okay, Revelation 11th chapter, and I'm going to go back to verse 14. All right. Revelation 11 and verse 14. All right, and it says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and we get verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever. So that's going to be the end result of World War III. It doesn't matter, who wins technically. Okay, the Lord is going to take over the earth, all right, in that day. All right. So let's see. There's a scripture I was thinking of. Let's see, hang on, bear with me. Okay, verse 12. This is what I was thinking of. But you know what? It's all good. We'll continue on. Let's go to I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 50. Okay, just to add on to that point you brought out in Ezekiel 38. All right, Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Okay, and it's going to talk about how Russia is going to gather a company of nations to shoot missiles upon Babylon the Great. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50 and verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou also art taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. But this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, that nothing of her be left. See, that's what we were talking about before. Okay, it says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple. Okay, so you're going to have a remnant that escaped. Okay, it tells you in Micah 4:10 that you should go to Babylon, and there shall you be delivered. Okay, so not everyone's going to be deleted out of Babylon. You're going to have that remnant, which is the elect of the Israelites. Okay, they're going to escape the nuclear fire. It says, verse 29, here's the point. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Okay, all that have nuclear capabilities. Camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, against the Holy One of Israel. All right, so that's what's getting ready to come, that judgment. He said, recompense her according to her work. And I'm going to go to Revelation 18. We'll get a few precepts from that, and then Isaiah 24, and we'll close out. Okay, so Revelation, the 18th chapter. Revelation 18 and verse, I'm starting from the top. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And this is talking about the wine, the philosophies, the wayward doctrines, the idolatry that Babylon the Great has pushed out. Okay, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay, so because this place, all the nations of the earth are rich off this place, the imports, exports. This place is a place of great wealth. These other nations, which the brother had me bring that out earlier. Okay, I think it was Revelation 18 and 10 maybe. But anyways, it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, that you receive not of her plagues." Okay, this is the elect getting beamed up. All right, they're gonna escape that nuclear fire. Okay, it tells you the same thing in Revelation 11 and 12. I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come up hither." Okay, that and all the people that are left here, they're gonna be like I said, they're gonna be crying out, "Please, God, save me! Come on, Jesus!" And nothing's gonna happen. All right, they're gonna be
yeah. Slocky, that was like Revelation 16 and 21, and Revelation 11:13. They're gonna be greatly frightened, man, because it's far fetched to these people. Why? Because the whole facade that America's that formidable, a military force that can't be touched. But they're gonna be in for rude awakening when they witness reality, the destruction of this place.
Yep. Revelation 18 and verse 5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities." All right, we just celebrated, Thanksgiving. Well, we didn't celebrate it, but America did, though, which is the slaughter of the Northern Kingdom, the so-called indigenous of this land. All right, the Lord, he didn't forget all that, man. That's what World War III is coming for, to punish all these heathens, man. All right, and specifically Esau. It says, "Reward her, even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double." Okay, so you're going to double portion of the Lord's wrath. It says, "How much hath she glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, who judgeth her." That's it. Okay, and I'm gonna skip down. I'm gonna skip down and read verses 20. Actually, I start at 19. Okay. Actually, matter of fact, I started 18. In fact, I started 17. "For in 1 hour is so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off," all the nations that got rich off this place, "and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein we are made rich, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate." All right, because it's only going to take 1 hour for the Lord to completely consume Babylon the Great with the nuclear fire. It says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High, Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, hath avenged you on her." So the elect is going to be rejoicing in this time. It says, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall no more be found at all." Okay, so that's the end of this place, man. All right, and we looked at that map in the beginning of how much devastation just one nuke could do to an American city and how fast they can get over here. Okay, you're talking of casualties in the millions, and Russia has thousands of nukes, man. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 24. We're going to see the end result of this. All right, because this is also going to be worldwide, primarily Babylon the Great, but it's going to tell you the end result right here and the reason why. Okay, we'll close out with this. Isaiah chapter 24. All right, and I'm going to click on it. We'll start at verse 3. It says, "The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left." Okay, so that's going to be the end result of this place. All right, of Babylon the Great, and various parts of the earth are going to be set on fire. Okay, by the Lord. Okay, these are His weapons. He's the one that created, Esau, and put the technology in his mind to create their own downfall, their own destruction. All right. So if you got any closing comments?
Yeah, to expound on that, mentions in Revelation 16th chapter how Revelation 16th chapter, speaks about the miracles. That Yahweh by Shemashai gave, these men, specifically the heathen, mainly the lowest of all the heathen, the Edomites, to create these atomic weapons around World War II, like you said earlier, to split the atoms and whatnot, going to nuclear fission and a whole, scientific concept of creating atomic weapons, which has evolved into thermonuclear weapons of mass destruction. So these are the miracles that have been given to these devils to destroy their own selves, man, to destroy their own empire. Okay.
Yep.
Like it says in Psalm the 2nd chapter, he speaks about the derision that Yahweh by Shemashai, is given to these devils that, mainly dealing with their satanic NWO that they think they're going to be able to triumph within. All right. There's not going to be any way that they're going to be able to have to triumph within their plans that are satanic NWO with America be destroyed, which is going to happen, man. We're witnessing that in these last days. Before that happens, that chip has to be made mandatory, and then shortly after that, those nukes are going to fly, and then this place is going to go up in flames, and we're going to be out of here, man. Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us.
Yep.
Adam Radazah, including us,
Con, yep. I actually got some more precepts. I got 3 more I want to bring out real quick in the book of Psalms. All right, we'll close out with this. Psalm 75 verse 8. For in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, okay, the bottom, the dirty, okay, the bad parts of it, okay, the evil, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. Okay, it's fire right there. And then
you're gonna drink it. You devils gonna drink it, man. To case in point, it says in Psalm 10:2, so you shall be taking the device you have imagined, right, including your annual pagan holidays, including those of which you use to commemorate our slaughter and our affliction, including Thanksgiving, a few days ago. Okay, and and through the spirit, what was another omen of the destruction, that cup of indignation you get have to drink. All right, is that Rothschild that got lit up in that house fire day before Thanksgiving, man. That was a sign, man. That was an omen. That was a direct omen of you devils, mainly you wicked international crime banking families, you Rothschilds going down, and everyone who's follows after your satanic counsel. All right.
Yep. Rothschilds, Gettys, Bloombergs, Eisenhower's. Yep. All of them, man. All of them. Yep. These elite banking families. Yeah. This is Psalms 21:9. Like you said, it's an omen. All right. I think it was William Rothschild or something. He got
yeah, that's his name.
Yep. Psalms 21:9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. That's it. And I got one more. We'll close out. Psalms 11:6. Okay, and this is talking about the Lord's cup, that cup that we just read about, Psalm 75. Okay, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. All right. So we'll close out with that. Okay. Yahweh Rakshasah, your Heavenly Father's will. Okay, it was edifying, the water for tuning in. And as always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh, and double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. All right, until next time, shalom and abide with all.